right, a few things here this morning. Day 100. That's awesome. Triple digit. I am getting somewhere. A really good day at the hostel yesterday. Got some laundry done. That makes for a good day. And got a pizza in the evening and just hung out with a few folks, but mostly just made some calls and took care of business. Today, happy anniversary, Marion. It's our 36th, so looking forward to getting home. Not far now, out. And I'll be staying at some huts for the next four days. I don't know what that means exactly. You get a bed and a bunk room. You get dinner and breakfast. And I have high hopes of the facilities, but we'll see. And today there's Mount Moosilauke. I think I'm saying that right. Probably not. And north and south and north Kinsman. I need to go up over. So in New Hampshire, might sound a little funny, the 4,000 foot peaks are a big deal. Well, you know, it's all about how much you're gaining, and I think you gain a lot going up to them. Anyway, looking forward to today. Got a big one, probably a lot of climbing and 23 miles to get to the hut, and I'll show you where I'm at and some of the cool stuff that happens. Oh man, what a way to start the morning. With a vertical kilometer of climbing. So that's 1,000 meters of up. So in American, that's 3,300 feet, and this was 3,600 feet of climbing. So what a great way to go. Summit's a little sucked in, little clouds here, but really nice. Just love the climbing. Yeah, it's blocks tied into the rock, and there was rain to get everything slippery. All right, so when I was coming across the ridge of Moosilauke, it was all sucked in and a little bit foggy, and then coming down the other side it started to rain. But before I started down in earnest, I met up with a guy who was trying to hike the trail in 60 days, supported. So his son was going to be meeting up with him, and each night he would meet up with him and then go to a hotel. And so he's doing about 40 miles a day. So kindred spirit. I like the cut of his jib. So we went down together. He was actually had hurt his knee a few days ago, a week ago or something, so had to pull off for a couple days, and then he's extending his time, but he pulled off back there. But we reviewed my schedule for the next 5-6 days. And so I'm hoping, we talked about it together, and I was hoping we might get a hike together for the next few days, going through the whites, and get to talk a little bit more. It was just good company. Been scrambling up rock for 2 hours now. That's where I came from. Beautiful view. I think this is South Kinsman, and I think I could see over there. It's about a mile away, North Kinsman. And I gotta say, I hope it's not a scramble like that one was. I think going down North Kinsman might be fairly steep, but that is just a guess. I'm at the end of my day, and it has been a long one. For not even at 20 miles yet, and I still have a ways to go. Anyway, it's been a great day. Move steady. I'll show you the hut when I get close, hopefully from up above. That's the lodge, the dining hall. And then that's the bunkhouse, and I'm staying in there, and I got a 4-bed place with one of my own. And the lake is right down there where I just went swimming. Yeah, so this is the bunk room. It's got 4 bunks, and I'm the only one in here. I'll be sleeping down there. So, pretty happy about my decision to stay in here. Nice place, good food, easy access. Well, I'm off and rolling early. Not super early, but early enough. So day 101, I think. Yesterday was just 23 miles, and it took me forever. 9,500 feet of climbing. It was just steep up and down and rocky and muddy trail all day long. At one point, there was a muddy section where I poked my pole in, and it went up to about halfway, so about 2 feet deep. So that would be a huge mess to step in. I had my times mixed up for some reason. For the huts, they serve breakfast and dinner, and I thought the breakfast was at 6 and the dinner was at 7, but it's the other way around. Breakfast is at 7 and dinner is at 6. So I showed up a little after 7. Long day. They still had food for me, so I was able to eat. I was able to go down to the lake and clean up, and then come back and eat some more. Breakfast, I wanted to get off early, so they were super kind, and the lady there who was doing breakfast, talked to her the night before, and she cooked me, made me this egg sandwich and gave me a muffin, and I took off. So I ate that. I still have some of the bread I'm going to eat later, which will be a big help getting through the day today. I think today will be very similar. So I'm going to show up, if it's like yesterday, after dinner. But I'm hoping I can, they'll still have something. And then the next day after that, it's a short one. So I hope I wasn't a little too aggressive in the whites, but you know, sometimes that's called for. I'm looking forward to today, despite all of the climbing and the scrambling and the potential mud and the rocks and the roots. It's just, the whites are the most beautiful part of the trail from what I've heard, and so far it's been really nice. I got a couple high peaks I'm going over, those 4,000 footers that I spoke about. All right, I'll show you where I'm at, and I'll get you after I get up on top of one of these hills. It's Little Haystack Mountain, and I think I'm going up and over it. That little lake down there is Lonesome Lake, where I was last night. There's more ridge walking up here, which I'm loving. That's the trail. It's the Franconia ridgeline that I came today. I'm about the summit. I think it's called Twin Peak. Okay, there's a chick in the trail, and then that thing dive bombed me and is trying to get me away from it. Oh man, it scared me to death. Look, it's doing the old fake injury thing, trying to lead me away from the chicks. There's another one just sitting in that tree right there, doing something. Okay, leave me alone. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna go by. Don't dive bomb me. It's been a really good day. A little chick crossed the trail, and I thought, oh, that's really cute. And then that hen, the grouse hen, just dive bombs me, almost takes my head off, and just startled me. And then it started flapping around, and then the other one was in the tree had a little bit of red on its head. So there must have been a nest close by, and they must be doing that all day long. Anyway, lots of climbing today. Not quite, I don't think I'm as much as yesterday. I'm maybe going to be 1,000 feet short than yesterday, but still 23 miles and lots of climbing. I'm going to be late for dinner at Zealand Falls Hut, but that's sort of the way it goes. Hopefully there'll be something there. Just a second. Ow. Oh, sorry. I gotta get through here. There's a tree, big tree across the trail, and it's trying to take a side trail around it, but that wasn't gonna happen. Anyway, that Franconia Ridge, just best part of the hike so far. Beautiful, really cool. Thoroughly enjoyed that. I'll show you where I'm hiking here. I gotta go up over Zealand Mountain, and then there's Zealand Falls Hut in the falls. I'll see if I can show some of that. Good morning. Day 102. Got a shorter day today. Probably be about the same amount of climbing as before. But 14 miles. So I stayed and had breakfast at the Zealand Falls Hut. That waterfall I just showed was the Zealand Falls. It's pretty cool looking. Those first 2 days in the Whites, a tremendous amount of climbing, steep up and down. I kept thinking, and it was mostly because dinner, I thought the first night was served at 7, and then I knew it was at 6, so I knew I would miss out. But when I got there, they had some stuff and was able to give me dinner, which was just great. So that was really the happiest part of my day, getting that dinner. Felt wonderful, slept good, and looking forward to today, just taking it easy, and I'll get to Mitzpah Hut, and then after that it's the presidential traverse. Not truly the traverse, because I don't think I'm going to be summiting all the presidential mountains, but going up over Mount Washington, and I think it's just going to be really windy. I hope it calms down, but I think it'll be windy up high. We'll see. But today, I'll show you where I'm at, and it ain't cool, but I'm really enjoying the Whites so far. So to get through the White Mountain National Forest, I had put together a plan that involved staying in the huts. So it was 23 miles the first day, and then 23, and then 14, 19, and then 21 to get to Gorman, New Hampshire, so it didn't seem like an aggressive plan. It seemed okay. It was easier mileage based on what I had been doing, but also figuring there'd be a lot of climbing. And I think it turned out to be a fairly aggressive plan because of the climbing, at least those first 2 days, which I'm okay with. It just made for some longer days. A little pre-noon trail magic. A hamburger, actually 2 burgers, a couple Cokes, and an apple. Grumpy and Mr. Clean. That trail magic turned into a party. A whole bunch of people showed up. Oh, that's always good. It's fun to get to meet a few folks. Met a guy there who was at the hut last night who I didn't see, and he'll be at the same hut I am tonight, so I'll get to see him again and talk to him. Anyways, just good to get to connect with a few folks. That mountain in the background with the towers on it's Mount Washington. So I'm going to go over that peak and over that way, and then the Mitzvah huts in between those, and tomorrow I go up over Washington. I hope it's clear weather tomorrow. That's where I came from. It looked like a storm. It's really ripped through here. And then it's typical of the trail up on these. I'm at the end of my day, almost at the end of my day hiking, a little over a mile left. So I'll be able to kick back and just rest my feet and my legs and get ready for tomorrow, doing the presidential range. Looking forward to that. Really beautiful day hiking. A little bit of climbing and scrambling there for the past few hours, which is nice. Anyway, I'll show you the hut when I get there, whatever I can, and I think it has a view of Mount Washington, maybe. It's Mitzvah Hut. Good morning, day 103, and I am near the summit of Mount Pierce, starting the presidential range here. Left Mitzvah Hut this morning, had a little breakfast, just the granola that I usually eat, but they gave me a couple pancakes which I got in my bag, and then ate a piece of cake. It's not a bad way to start a day, eating a piece of cake and climbing a hill. Anyway, it'll probably be a biggish day today. 19 miles and going over the presidential range, so it should be a lot of climbing. A big exposed, a big exposed ridge, which I'm looking forward to. Right now it's clear somewhat, and the weather report from yesterday had high winds on Mount Washington, so at least there won't be any bugs. All right, let me show you this top here. That's Lake of the Clouds hut, which is extremely popular. And that's Mount Washington. Alright, I'm up to summit Mount Madison. I just met up with Nathan down at Madison Hut. He's a guy I met a few days ago. So I'm going to try and hang with him for a while. Anyway, I'm going to pick a notch. More 5-6 miles to go. Alright, I'm at the end of my day. It has been an absolutely fantastic day, killer day. Lots of exposed ridge, some climbing, some crazy descent off a ridge, off Mount Madison. Good. Just a second, let me get through this creek so I don't fall. I got maybe an hour to go. Let's see, Mount Washington was really cool. The weather was great. It was windy and clear. There was word about thunderstorms, and I kept getting advice about changing my plans, but worked out great. I'm gonna make it to my final hut here, which is a much nicer hut, I guess. It's got a shower. I think it does a buffet, so that's all good news. I was in Madison Hut eating cold leftover oatmeal around 1:30 in the afternoon, when in comes Nathan, the guy I had met up with a couple days ago. So we spent the last part of the day, last like 2, 3, 4 hours hiking together, going down a ridge. So that was really fun. That was a blast. All right, I will probably post this thing up and show you a few more things to finish off the day, and catch you next time.